Hello, Kalgar here, and this is the Warlock of Firetop Mountain. Now, if you listened to the podcast, you would have heard me talking about this one. I played this at PAX. It's kind of a blast from the past for me. I played the game book version of this probably when I was somewhere between 10 and 15 years old. I'm guessing 12. And so, having played this at PAX, I immediately bought it, and I'm going to show you guys a little of it now. So I'll start game. It's got a dyslexic-friendly font. That's good to know. I am not dyslexic though, so we'll just use a normal one. New game. Let's do this. Greetings, player. Welcome to the world of Titan, in particular, the most notorious of all lands, Alansia. I am Oriana, the Keeper of Souls, your guide and your game master of sorts. Many adventurers have entered Firetop Mountain over the last 30 or so years. Voracious readers have wandered the many passages, battling the monsters within and negotiating the many traps, only to then take on the might of Zagor the Warlock. With skill, stamina, and luck, they have chosen their many paths and rolled their fate. Many of these brave young adventurers have perished in the darkness, and their souls even now lie unclaimed. So it's all more preamble stuff. I will read a lot of the story stuff as we go on while playing because, well, it's all text-based, so I get to now pick my hero. So it'll be this Lunica Ekadi. Appears to be a spear lady. Or I can be Decian Strom. It's got a sword and a crossbow. Or Alexandra of Blacksand. So roguey type, I guess. Or I can be Aaron Godspeed. I'm gonna play as Aaron Godspeed, get me two swords going on. And here we go. The game wants to teach me how to fight rather than let me skip the tutorial. I suppose that's fine. I have already played the tutorial, but I'll show you guys how it works. So when you are in combat, in the game books you would just roll dice for strength and skill, or skill and stamina and so forth. And so here you actually move around this tactical little board. Now choose to move or attack by selecting a space. So I'll click on my space and then I'll select move. And all the moves happen at the same time, so you've got to kind of try and predict what they are going to do. Now, because it's a tutorial, I have to do what it asks me to do. So it wants me to attack there, because it knows he's going to walk there. If we try to attack each other at the same time, we clash. And that's where we roll dice. So, two dice get rolled, your skill score gets added to your dice rolls, their skill scores get added to theirs. Whoever has the lower one takes the damage. Damage is always 2 if I remember correctly. So, and if you hit 0 stamina, then you are dead. So it's letting me off the leash and making me fight the Quintain now. So that model there for the enemy just shook, so I know he's going to attack where he's facing next turn. So I'm going to move here and not get stabbed. Now that he's facing in that direction on the left, I'm just going to attack there and he's going to walk into it. And again, he's shaking in my direction, so he's going to attack there. And he's facing that direction, so he's going to walk. Relatively simplistic tactics-wise. But later on, when you're fighting multiple enemies and some of them get attacks that cover multiple squares, then things start to get a little bit more intense. And I believe, yes, it's going to make me fight a dual battle here first, and show off that I've got skills as well. So in addition to basic attacks, you have specials that you can use, and they take turns to charge. And it's going, now defeat these two. Now they both shook in that direction, so I'm going to move. Now that guy's facing away. They're both kind of facing away, so I'm just going to move. I'm not sure what squares Blade Storm covers. Okay, it's highlighting it. I'll hit the guy next. Oh yeah, I hit that guy. So just going to move out of the way of that attack. He's going to walk into that square, so I'll just smash over there. That guy's going to attack there, so I'll move here. And he's going to move in the same direction. He's shaking in my direction, which means he's going to attack. Let's get out of the way. It's running away again. I'm just gonna... You know what, I'll just attack there. There doesn't seem to be like a wait option, so you just kind of waste a turn by attacking a square that they're not going to be. I'm feeling brave. We'll clash. He's got a very low skill score anyway, so it really didn't matter. So I gained 3 souls. I'm not sure what the use of the souls are yet. I guess later on. Okay, it's just pointing out that these wooden benches that tell me to rest are kind of let me get me health back, and they're also sort of checkpoints, so if I die I can come back here. I can also use provisions at any time, but they work better when I'm at a bench. I get 3 resurrection stones at the start. If your adventure dies heroically, you can use that 1 stone to bring them back. You'll appear at the last bench you pass. You'll lose any souls you got since the seat in the location. What if my adventurer dies cowardly manner? What happens then? Well, okay. This is where I leave you, player. Let's travel to Firetop Mountain. As you see, the little animations of me moving around. It's as if I'm bouncing the figure up. It's quite cute. I like it. After your 2-day hike from Anvil, you reach the base of the infamous Firetop Mountain. It has been a long journey from your home city of Fang, capital of the small but prosperous province of Chiang Mai, I guess, and host to the Trial of Champions. Your dream of winning the trial, a grueling challenge to the death. Its reward a purse of 10,000 gold pieces. However, you must train your body and mind to their peak in preparation for the event. You have heard tales of a beast similar to one allegedly found in the Trial of Champions that resides in the mountain. A man of immense strength who has the head of a bull. A minotaur, yay! Defeating him would make for excellent training. Okay. The villagers also whisper timidly about the fearsome Warlock of Firetop Mountain, a cruel warlock whose fortune is built on the slaughter of innocent citizens. You feel duty-bound that if you happen across this unholy sorcerer, you will do all in your power to destroy him. Seems legit. You approach a cave, a known entrance used by a local band of orcs. Your hand grips the hilt of your sword as you consider what challenges may lie ahead. Your adventure starts here. Alright, let's do this. And a nice bit of art of the cave entrance. I'm going to peer into the gloom. And now I am in a dungeon. You see dark slimy walls with pools of water on the stone floor in front of you. The air is cold and dank. Hearing faint scurrying to the east, you light your lantern. This place seems perfect for my training. It's cold, wet, and smells of orc. I enjoy a good orc hunt. Okay, I will step warily into the blackness. You stand in the dark, slimy cave entrance. Approach the fork ahead. Well, it's the only option I have. Let's do that. Bounce up the hallway. After a few yards, you arrive at a junction. Turn west or turn east. This is actually slightly different from the version I played at PAX, I believe. Well, let's go east anyway. The sound of scurrying continues ahead of you, as well as the sound of heavy footsteps. Aha, my first challenge awaits me. I feel more than ready for this. A few yards ahead, at the limit of the light cast by your lantern, you catch sight of a cleft in the tunnel wall. I can duck inside the cleft to hide, or prepare to face what approaches. I'm going to be sneaky. Shuttering your lantern, you wait with bated breath in the darkness. I am brave, but not foolish. I shall wait here. You listen intently as the footsteps come closer, and then pass by your hiding place, without the owners of those footsteps ever knowing you are there. So I can jump out and surprise it, leave my hiding place and continue east, or stay hidden from the danger a little longer. I'm going to surprise it. Surprise attack! Weapon drawn, you burst from your hiding place and surprise the 2 greenish creatures clad in rough leather armor patrolling the warlock's domain. With the orcs caught unawares, you are able to wound one severely before the creature knows what is happening. With a heavy cleaving blade in one hand, the second orc is ready for you. Let's fight some orcs. Now you can see all the character models look like they are D&D models, and they actually 3D scanned some of these from, I'm not sure which company worked with them on it. But, yeah, so they actually 3D scanned those. So if I looked up the company that made them, I could, in theory, buy the models. Which is nice. Okay, they have 5 skill and I have 9. I'm gonna go with a clash. I feel like that's probably favourable to me. And I won the clash. Now this guy's still looking like he's gonna walk forward, so I'll just attack in that square. And he walks into my attack. Nice and simple. Lost no stamina, gained 4 souls. A quick search of the orc's bodies turns up a handful of gold pieces, a crude bone charm, and a half-eaten rat on a stick. I want the rat. Well, I get gold. Okay, do I want to take the charm? Yeah, give me the charm. You pocket the bone charm, trying not to retch as you get close to the orc's stinking corpse. Perhaps it will be useful later. Cautiously, you make your way further down the dank tunnel. But I want that rat. I'm not allowed the rat, apparently. Okay, I'm going to head down the east path. The passageway soon comes to an end at a solid-looking wooden door. Trying to open it, the door refuses to budge. You listen at the door, but hear nothing. Okay. These kinds of places always have doors that won't open. I should practice my skills in trying to break one down. I can try to charge it, kick the door down, or just turn back. I will kick the door. You give the door a mighty kick, and it swings open easily. You're about to enter when you notice that the room is actually a pit. Had you charged the door, you'd be nursing a sore rump by now. Examining the pit, you notice that the sides are full of handholds, so it should not be difficult to climb back out. Well, let's go in. And down the little staircasey thing I go. Looking around, you can see two cave entrances leading off from the pit opposite you. Mouldering bones litter the floor, small piles of them stuck together in pools of fetid slime. I love the writing in this. Glance around the vile pit. Okay, let's go to the cave to the left. You enter a small cave with slime dripping from its rough rock walls. A sickly sweet smell assaults your senses as you enter. It is the smell of rotting meat. I wouldn't think that would be sweet, right? Anyway, the remains of rats and even a half-eaten goblin lie in one corner. Yummy. In another is a large joint of meat. It looks like whatever is using this place as a larder is saving this choice haunch of giant aardwolf for later. That meat could come in useful if I need to feed a hungry something. I'm going to take the meat. I'm in a dungeon, you take everything that's not nailed down. Although you don't fancy eating it yourself, it might prove to be of use to you, somehow, elsewhere. You pick it up and put it in your pack. You leave the cave and return to the central pit. Let's investigate the other cave. The first thing that hits you as you approach the cave is the stench, an unpleasant melange of mushrooms and rotting meat. Whatever was nearby, you sense that it has not strayed far from its home. I sense something quite nasty in this room. I must be on my guard. Okay, well, let's survey the cave. As you peer deeper into the gloomy cave, you suddenly see a pair of evil-looking eyes appear from the darkness. A slime beast lurks within and has spotted you. Two hideous slime zombies, previous adventurers reanimated by the slime, have also emerged from the goo. They shamble towards you with one sole purpose. The slime beast, meanwhile, launches itself at you with its powerful hind legs. So now we get to fight, and I've got a triple fight going on here. This is going to be interesting. Okay, so I'm not actually sure what just happened in terms of movement there, so I'm just going to take this option and go the way that no one's facing. That guy attacks in 2 squares. And he's shoved him. Okay. I don't like where I am. Let's back off a bit. Okay, so he attacked... The slime beast attacked in 2 squares in different directions earlier, and this time 2 forwards. It's going to take this square because the little guy's going to come at me. I feel like this might be a good Blade Storm maneuver. Clashing with the goblin. I beat him. Looks like the big monster's going to walk into that square, so I'll just stomp him. He's going to attack there. I feel like... Well, he didn't hit me, I guess. Just keep moving. And I'm just going to attack in that square again. He's going to follow me. Oh, so that little zombie guy did hit me. It looks like he's able to curve his attacks too. I'm just going to keep moving up this way then. Follow him there. Oh, well, in that case, I'll clash, because that might be my only bet of just straight up avoiding damage. And I won the clash, so that works for me. And we'll just clash again. Leave it up to the dice, shall we? Yep, that went alright. I didn't come out unscathed, but I made it. Gained 6 souls, lost 4 stamina. It's alright, I've got most of my health around still. The creature's dead. You wipe the disgusting ichor that passes for their blood from your weapon and investigate. Apart from sticky pools of acidic slime and various mounds of other, altogether more unpleasant material, there is nothing of interest here. Yeah, so you don't always get rewarded for fighting things. So now that I've explored everything in this area, let's just go away from the pit, shall we? And this way, you arrive back at the junction, you look left, well, walk straight on is kind of the only option I have. A little way along the passageway, you come to what is clearly a sentry post. Sleeping orc, I guess? You approach with caution and can see another orc, this time on his own, in leather armor asleep at his post. I think this Zagor needs to employ more vigilant guards. This is almost too easy. I'll carefully approach the sleeping orc. There's no other way through the orc other than straight in front of him. You could try to sneak past, or perhaps a direct approach might be better. I'm gonna continue to be sneaky. Taking a deep breath, you try to tiptoe past the sleeping orc. Test your skill. So this one, we're just gonna be rolling dice and adding my skill to it and try to beat a score that they set for difficulty. So, oh, that's not great. 4. Ah, okay, you need to roll below your skill score. So the higher your skill is, the more likely you're going to succeed with the 2d6 here. Alright, I rolled 4 and I needed 9 or less. Good. I safely tiptoe past the sleeping orc. It does show that the other option here, if I'd failed, was that I kicked a loose stone and the orc's eyes flick open, in which case I guess I would have to fight him. But I'm past him. The passageway begins to widen until you enter a cave. However, blocking the cave's exit are 2 of the ugliest creatures you have ever seen. They have the proportions of dogs, but their hide is rough and scaly. Each beast is chained to the cave wall, secured to their thick brass collars. Okay then. The 2 orc hounds begin to snarl and strain at their chains. They cannot reach you, but their chains are long enough that should you approach, you will not be able to escape their slavering jaws. Killing these unfortunate creatures while chained to the wall would not be good sport. Well, yeah, but it would be safe, right? You're going to have to deal with them quickly one way or another, before they attract the attention of an orc patrol, or maybe something even worse. I can distract it with some food, or I can draw my weapon and do what has to be done. Or distract it with some food. The orc hounds wait expectantly. What do you want to offer the animals? I can throw them some of my provisions, I can throw them a joint of meat, or instead fight them. So that meat I picked up in the other side of the dungeon, I'm going to throw that at them. Taking the giant aardwolf joint from your backpack, you toss it towards the orc hounds. The hungry animals pounce on it immediately. They wrestle over the meat for a moment until they manage to tear it in half with their powerful jaws. Taking their prizes away to opposite sides of the cave, they leave the way through clear. And if I'd gone this way straight away, I'd either have to try my provisions or straight up fight them. And I suspect that these dogs wouldn't have human food. Not hesitating for a second, you take the opportunity to sneak past the orc hounds as they noisily devour the rancid meat. I'll sneak past the orc hounds. Because they're distracted, looks like I don't need to roll anything. Leaving the cave as quickly as you can, you follow the new passageway as it turns north. Rest ye here, weary traveller. And this is one of those checkpoint benches that was mentioned earlier on. So, I'm going to sit on the bench and rest. You sit down on the bench and rest for a moment. Your aching muscles ease and your tiredness wanes. It is good to take a break on your adventure. And this feels to me like a good place to leave it off. So that was a quick look at the Warlock of Firetop Mountain, based on the old series of fighting fantasy books. And yeah, so I'm quite enjoying this, and yes, it is a bit text heavy, but you know, the original source material was books anyway, so that would also be text heavy by definition. So yeah, give that a look if this is the kind of thing you're into. It's kind of like a light RPG. So if you want a story-based pick-a-pathy D&D style RPG without trying to delve into something quite as heavy or tactical as maybe Pillars of Eternity or Baldur's Gate or the upcoming Tyranny, then this would do you good, I think. So yeah, this is Kalgar. Like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and if you didn't, do it anyway. And yeah, I'll catch you next time. Bye!